Good evening, friends. Welcome to the Sensex expiry. So, as I told you earlier, that I'm just basically what I did was use the bar replay on TradingView, and I've got to yesterday's closing. Okay, today these were the first bars. So, if you were trading Sensex, your settings should have been, as I shared in the morning, somewhere around 77,300, because Sensex was 77,300, 400 kind of. So whether you do 300 or 400 is immaterial. Strike strip was 100, expiry was 26/7/16th, which is today. So this was the settings. And as I said, you needed live data subscription for the Sensex and also for the BSE FNO. Only then your data would have been current, else it would have been delayed. So these were the first two bars. On these two bars, if we look at the OCA, those are bearish, and we look at the vol quant, those are bullish. So there is no similarity in these two signals. They are contraindicating one another. So I'm going forward. Same thing, OCA bearish, vol quant bullish and stuff. Same thing going on. Okay. Now here you have something called a rocket. We have discussed rocket briefly previously. What rocket actually means is that the index on which it comes is now preparing for a big move. It does not tell you whether the move will be bullish or bearish. It just tells you that the index or the instrument which you are trading right now might move in a big way. Which way it will move will come from your normal signals. That is, if OCA is bearish, vol quant is giving you a signal, and let's say the price breaks the lower AVWAP, then the move will be on the downside. If the upper AVWAP is broken, OCA is bullish, this gives you a bullish signal, then the move will be on the upside. Simple. So rocket gives you a warning that a large move will come. Your normal bullish bearish indicator combination which you use gives you the direction. Let us proceed. No trade till here because this is bearish, no signal here. We are neither above the AVWAP nor below the lower AVWAP. Let us proceed. Yeah. Now I want you to concentrate on this bar. What has happened? Price has broken above the upper AVWAP, which is bullish in itself. OCA is giving you a bullish signal. Vol quant is also bullish. So on this bar, you have 1, 2, 3 conditions meeting, correct? And rocket tells you that the move will be big. So if I buy out here at, let's say, 77,430, your stop loss is 77,330. Actually, this is your stop loss. It will move up fast. Now what happens next is, so if you bought at 430, you're up to like 560, 580 very fast. So this was your move. Obviously, on an expiry day, if you're not, all these three are supporting, so you're not exiting out here. This is the bar you think of exiting, but this is still green. It is still in a buy. You can still stay in the trade. Now it tells you to exit. So you exit somewhere around 500. So this trade got done. Let us proceed. Again, you get this particular rocket continues. Again, you are waiting. And if you see the upper AVWAP, it is now plotting your perfect resistance on which Sensex is hitting every time and coming down, correct? Okay, by this time we are at 12 noon. Now here you have two options. This is your 12 noon. As I said many times earlier that on expiry day, if you want safety, do not trade between 12 to 2 if you are an options buyer, because moves generally do not continue. If you are a scalper, you can trade obviously anytime. You got a buy with a plus signal. So if you bought at 430, next bar you got to 501. So these are scalps. These are not continuation moves. See, went up, came down. Here we see this is bearish. Again, a rocket signal is coming. Now you might say, can we take this buy? Under no way you can take this buy because your OCA is bearish. You just have one condition which gives you a buy. You don't have multiple conditions. So ignore the signal. You have a gamma burst background out here, this bar. So this bar tells you Nifty, Sensex can go strongly to the downside. You also have a rocket. So now what you're waiting is, this is your lower AVWAP, somewhere around 311, 310. So 310 breaks, immediately you go short, and Sensex moves fast, right? So if see what happens if 310 breaks. If 310 breaks, you break the lower AV gap. OCA is strongly bearish. You have a gamma alert warning. Let's see. So you sold at 310. You're down to 183. So if you're on Sensex options at 300 puts, they will jump up by 60-70 rupees in the next 10 minutes. Within 2 p.m. So I'm not going to look at this as a continuation trade. I will book my profits at some point and get out. Obviously, there's a doji bar, so movie is ending. Get out here. That's it. Okay, now we have come to 2 p.m. Correct? This is almost 2 p.m. So from 2 p.m. shift to 3-minute charts. Let's just mark the point at 2 p.m. Yeah. OCA is bearish, so I'm looking for a bearish trade. Doesn't happen. The lower AV gap actually is continuously holding. Okay. Here you get a sell signal. This one. You get a lot of gamma signals out here, but it is not being supported. If you look at this, you get a lot of gamma signals on the downside, but you don't have any other supporting. Neither your Volcon shot nor this lower AV gap is breaking. And at this point, if you're watching this particular lower AV gap, you understand this is acting as a support. This break will probably be a trade. So when you get this sell signal, this is a sell signal you take, because you see 2 points are matching out here. This sell signal plus OCA is bearish. If you sell this, you have a stop loss at this white line, your stop loss gets triggered. So this is a loss trade. By this time, we are already at somewhere around 3 p.m. So at 3 p.m., if you are going to do a trade, if this particular lower AV gap breaks, this one, you see there's a gamma bus signal on the downside. So obviously there is a trade for the next 10 minutes. Let us see. Yes. So if you sold out here, next 15-20 minutes, it did go down. In fact, I was watching the 300 put. Probably from 70 bucks went to 130 or 140. Anyway, it was a slow move. So this was the day. This signal actually was a stop loss trade. But you got the upper signal, which is this one. You got 1 or 2 scalps. That covers the day for Sensex. Tomorrow again back to Nifty. Now Friday, you don't have expiry or you don't have anything else. So it will be on Nifty, Bank Nifty both. Now this daily analysis which I am providing, tomorrow is the last day. So what I will suggest is, you have seen the 5 days demo and analysis of those 5 days, and this 5 days we are analyzing the live markets also. Kindly write down all the questions you have. If you are a paid subscriber, tomorrow evening or tomorrow evening, I will send you a Google form regarding what are your issues and what are you facing and stuff. Kindly fill up that Google form as a, I would say, feedback. So based on your questions, I can do another large video, but pretty longish video covering whatever you need to know, wherever you are having a problems and stuff. Rather than sending a single email, I will send you a form, a Google form tomorrow evening. Fill up that form. All sorts of questions will be there. Whatever you think you need to ask, wherever you are having a problems, there will be space to mention that. So if you mention that, I can address all the questions in another video. That's all for today. See you again tomorrow evening. Bye.